Hey, Social Work 633ers. I am here to just do a brief video going over the assignments for Module 2. Some of you have already started them, so I wanted to try to get to you as soon as I could. So obviously, this is our home page. You're just going to click on Modules and go down to Week 2. All right. So this is, excuse me, Structural Family Therapy, which was founded by Sal Minuchin. He's very well known. He recently passed away, probably like 2 to 3 years ago. But regardless, as you can see, there are 4 assignments. Obviously, look over the intro and the learning resources where you'll find the videos. And this should kind of give you some guidance. First of all, you're going to do the Aponte video analysis. So what you're going to do for the first discussion is watch this video. In the first session that's in the learning resources, and then follow these particular points. Cite the Nichols text, the Minuchin text, it said Calapinto and Minuchin, and identify 2 structural interventions used in the video. So Harry Aponte is a very well-known structural family therapist. I actually had the pleasure of training with him, so he will utilize a series of different interventions in this particular video, so check that out and identify those and discuss them. And then answer the question, what's your assessment of this family structure, including an assessment of boundaries between individuals and subsystems? One of the things about structural family therapy is that it's predicated obviously on systems work, and it also looks at the various subsystems that exist within a family structure. And that includes different factors like hierarchy, power, authority, roles, those kinds of things. And then note in the Weber et al. Article that's listed in your learning resources how you see Harry Ponte follow the outline of a first family session, and which steps did he follow point by point. And then think a little bit about you seeing yourself doing some of this in a first session, and identify some of those things. And then respond to one classmate. Okay. All right, second discussion. Oops. Sorry about that. Jumps a little bit. Okay, second discussion. Initial family therapy session role play. So read the case example that's provided here, and using Screencast-O-Matic, and there are directions for how to do that on the opening homepage. Make a 5 to 10 minute video of yourself saying, and we went over this a little bit last week by chance as I was going over it by accident, about 3 different segments of a first family session. So this is really you getting to practice what it would be like if, one, how you would start with the particular family. That is, what are the goals and objectives that you want to accomplish and that they want to accomplish, and try to begin to join with them and try to gain their trust. Second, let's assume halfway through the session they start being in conflict, bickering, going after each other, etc. How can you intervene in that? How would you interrupt without causing any damage to the relationship? And finally, how would you conclude the session, certainly including any kind of homework that you would have? So here again is the directions for how to use Screencast-O-Matic. Post that and then respond and watch a video of one classmate and provide some kind of feedback in relation to their work. I know it seems a little bit awkward where you're just going to be kind of staring into the camera and pretending to have a session, but that's how we learn. Muscle has memory, and going through the motions will help you develop that process a little bit more in a streamlined manner. Okay. Okay, and of course, there's the weekly family theory grid. This one, of course, is specifically for the structural family therapy. So go through and identify a series of the basic tenets. As always, you can go back and take a look at, oh, where did it go? Oop, oop, oop. Sorry, looking at my little Amazon there. Okay. Well, regardless, here it is. So the family therapy theory grid is obviously provided here. So you're going to be looking at structural family therapy this week. Four main ideas associated, that is basic tenets, some various interventions. So an example of one would be what's called an enactment. So you can explore and identify that, describe them in a sentence. What are some cross-cultural considerations? How might structural family therapy be used with a specific cultural group? Don't just say, yes, we can use this across cultures, that kind of stuff. I want you to be really specific. So you can talk specifically about, for example, how structural family therapy might work effectively or not with, let's say, East Asian families, and there'll be generalizations there, or with, LGBT families, or with people with physical disability, et cetera, et cetera. And then, of course, cite this using APA format. Okay. There. Sorry about that. Getting to see all my screens. Yes, I have like 15 text tabs open. And lastly, the reading reflection paper, which is due Sunday. I want you to read in the learning resources the the article that's specifically highlighted here. And the article by Russell, Gill, Coyne, and Woody. And it talks about trauma and social work students as compared to other kinds of students, graduate students. And think a little bit about it and write a 2 to 3 page long reflection paper that includes a title page, et cetera, et cetera. You don't need to include an abstract, but please include headings. That just makes it easier. So summary, reaction, reflection. Summary is just that. Provide a summation of the article. What are the important takeaways? What are the key points? Two, what's your reaction to them? Discuss things that you found thought-provoking, stimulating, helpful, things you disagreed with. What do they mean to you? And finally, reflection. What do you think, the implications are for what you're seeing for social work education and for working with clients? So, for example, what would be the role of social work educators in responding to this particular topics? So check that out, and there you go. All right, so that is all of the assignments for Module 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, we always have a self-care activity that is optional, but we certainly think it's great. Here's a guided meditation that you might want to take some time to look through, read through, or listen to, and enjoy as you kind of take care of yourselves during what I think is a pretty intense and personal course. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be in touch. All right, take good care. Bye-bye.